It's a Friday. We made it.
It is.
We made it to Friday. Ricky, what's that shirt you got on?
It's supposed to be a golf shirt, but I got
It is a golf shirt. I'm not saying it's not a
just-
golf shirt.
It's just really bright.
Yeah, but I'm saying, are those flowers?
No, I think they're just like bright.
Like the
bolts of
Aurora
color.
Borealis?
Yeah, like the Aurora. Yeah.
Oh,
like
all
the-
right.
I think that. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. I mean, yeah, it's a golf shirt. I'm wearing a golf shirt too. Mine's a black golf shirt. Yours is a black golf shirt too, though.
It is, yeah. It just got a bunch of bright. Yeah, like the Aurora Borealis. I think that would be a good comparison.
I gotta go golfing. Where's some good places to go golf here?
I've got a number up by me.
I don't know
know
where
if
up by you is.
Scott
Though.
Township. So if you want to go 40 minutes up,
It seems like everything's 40 minutes away,
Yes.
no matter what.
I've got a few. Homestead is always fun. Sleepy Hollow.
I still haven't even been to Scranton yet. I've been here for like 6 weeks, and I haven't not once been to Scranton. I need to explore.
Yeah. Yeah, and once you get that weekend off, good.
When's that going to be, Ricky?
I don't know. Your guess is probably as good as mine.
Welcome into WBRE WYOU 2822 Sports Night. It is a lovely Friday night. We are happy to be here, and we're happy you are joining us as well. I see Ricky trying to load up some video. Don't worry about it. We're good. We're just going to
Good?
talk for a little bit. Yeah, we're
Okay.
okay. It's just you and me. And anyway, if we load up anything from FIFA, they're just going to take it down. So, I mean, we got to put this up on YouTube now. We got to make sure that we don't get blocked. I've been trying to put up some clips on my personal YouTube. They've been getting taken down. So FIFA, much like the UFC, very, very litigious in their quality control and their content control. So, but hey, it's all right. Let's just talk. I mean, everyone's seen how terrible last night went for the United States.
Ugh.
Pochettino is trying to say that it was not terrible. He's trying to put a good light on it,
Well, you
but
have to put a good spin on it.
I don't think there's any good spin you can put on it.
Well, we know this. The goalie spot's secure.
Oh, well, Matt Freeze, yeah, he'll get the. I mean, I don't. Here's the thing. I don't blame the goalie for what happened last night. I know the attacking style of the U.S. offense now does allow for counter attacks. I know that, there was a lot of roster change last night. That's not your true starting 11, and you wanted to see what depth you had. But I don't know. I feel like I'm ready now to just be disappointed in the next round. I feel like I'm ready for the upset of Bosnia-Herzegovina over the United States. It's just I feel like it's even Pulisic. I mean, dude got nutmegged for that game-winning goal.
Say, I think he did get.
He got nutmegged so hard for that game-winning goal. And they were nutmegging USA players left and right. I kept hearing Taylor Twellman last night talking about the nutmegging, and it was like, oh, man. It's just, I don't know. Do you still have the same? But listen, I mean, even the Germans lost, though. And the Germans
say the Germans did lose.
And they started their starters. The German, that was the regular German 11. I mean, how do you feel about Team USA after last night's outcome?
I'll put it this way. I think they win that game if the starting 11's out there. I think you look at it, some of the players, they were missing some of the players that normally played last night.
Yeah.
Especially on the defensive end.
Well, they were missing 4 players out of the starting lineup, including Balogun.
Yeah, and that's Balogun's been great for them. What does he have, like 2 or 3 goals?
2 goals.
2 goals. He's been a really key part of that American attack. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not ringing the alarm bells because, again, didn't play 4 starters. It'd be a whole different story if they did what Germany did. If they played their full 11 and lost the way they did, I think morale would be a lot worse than it is right now. But I'm going to look at it the positive. Again, if the starters are out there, I don't think they lose that game. And it's not like, again, it was a tight game. They lost in the 8th minute of extra time.
Yeah.
The 90th minute.
Which is almost, it's almost a little bit more, it's more backbreaking that that is the case, that's how it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, again, at the 2-2 draw, I feel like after a 2-2 draw, you could sit here and be like, okay, you didn't have your starters in, you were playing different philosophies, trying to adjust and see what depth you had. You had your second goalie in, and you drew against a Turkish team that was fighting. I mean, because again, that's Turkey A's World Cup moment.
I was gonna say, I saw a lot of comments under the Twitter X post that said, "Well, Turkey's leaving here with something."
Yeah, no, absolutely. Turkey gets to. That's a team that didn't score a goal. That's a team that was eliminated heading into the game. That's a team that had no real necessarily reason or will to want to play, or for their fan base to want to pay the exorbitant prices that it is to go and see this matchup. And at the end of the day, their World Cup, I would feel almost better. I feel better about Turkish World Cup through the group stage than I feel about the United States through the group stage after 3 games. And the United States is the team that's moving on.
Well, I mean, Turkey didn't really have a great group stage either. I mean, what do they? Forget, well, obviously, they beat the U.S.
No, Turkey had 3 points in the group stage.
All draws.
No. The win over the United States. Turkey's 3 points in the group stage was the win over the United States. But they get to say that they beat the United States in the United States.
It's fair, but again, they're also going home.
It's fair.
But yeah, I'm not ringing the alarm bells. But yeah, disappointing result. You would have liked to just again keep the momentum going with some kind of draw there. But I think ultimately, again, people weren't playing. You lost again. It's a backbreaking 8th minute of extra time loss, but I think you're arguably going against a lesser opponent in Bosnia Herzegovina next round. I think it's fair to say Turkey's the better team compared to them. The U.S. is going to have all their starters in there, and I think maybe going into this game with a little more fire and saying, although we didn't play 4 starters, we still lost. We still lost on our home turf to a team, that struggled in the group stage. And, they came out and did the right things. They scored in like the 4th minute. They got up early. Turkey did answer, but I think U.S., you still have to be somewhat encouraged. And I think now this team's going to be playing with a little more chip on their shoulder, a little bit more wary that although,
you're trying to say the whole a good loss can sometimes be good for a team. I understand that, and maybe it is the case. Maybe especially with all the celebs that were in the crowd and the hype that is around Team USA. Maybe this loss here is a good thing. Although I'll disagree. I won't, Ricky, I'll say that I don't believe that Turkey A is a better team than Bosnia-Herzegovina is. I think Bosnia-Herzegovina is probably a better team. If the two of them played on a neutral territory, I think I would probably say that they would be the favorite of the two teams. And I mean, certainly they're the team moving on to the knockout stages versus Turkey A, who is heading home. I mean, yeah, they didn't have 4 starters. Actually, I mean, you'd say 5 starters. They didn't have 5 starters, seeing that they also had their second goalie in. Yeah. But ultimately, Pulisic did play. He did have a couple of good runs, but he didn't really look great out there. And again, he was the one who got nutmegged on the game-winning goal in the 98th minute. The communication on the defense was, but Weston McKennie looked really good. Weston McKennie looked really, really good. And there was some positives, as you mentioned, getting out there early, scoring in the 4th minute. And then as well, the fact that they came back, the fact that after going down 2-1, that they were able to respond and tie up the game with Berhalter's goal, I think in the 49th minute.
Yeah, 49th, right,
yeah.
Right after halftime. But yeah, I mean, again, it is what it is. But again, now all eyes point towards the next round against Bosnia-Herzegovina. That's really what it is. Next Wednesday, 8 p.m., that's where all eyes are going to be. And the pressure is going to be back on Team USA, and rightfully so. They've got to go out and they've got to prove that they could win on their home turf with that lineup, I think, fully set for the most part. Gives them some time to rest up, sort of lick their wounds, go over the analysis. But yeah, I think one thing you definitely do take away from that game, defensively there are worries, and I think that was a concern coming in.
I'm okay with those worries, though. At the end of the day, I mean, a lot of the worries defensively, because I agree with you. Yes, there are worries on the defense, but I think the defense, the worry is because of the counter attack,
Yes.
and I will trade that for this attacking style of offense that the United States is playing versus what I used to have to watch with United States soccer, where
Park the bus?
yeah. I mean, again, if the United States is necessarily allowing a few extra opportunities, but it is in correlation providing for them to have some opportunities and look a little bit more interesting on the offensive end, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Got it. And yeah, we still don't know that other matchup that's going to take place earlier that day, Wednesday, July 1st at 4 p.m. So we don't know.
Yeah, I'm literally looking that up as you speak.
Top end of that bracket.
Give me 1 second. I'm looking that up as you speak. So, Group G, 1G would be who the United States would be playing in the if the United States were to beat Bosnia Herzegovina, they would play the winner of the 1G winner. So Group G, the first place in Group G,
which is Egypt right now.
Yes, correct. Or they would play third place out of a handful of groups, whether it was A, E, H, I, J, and I don't really want to get into all of that.
Yeah.
But ultimately, yeah, you would be looking at necessarily Egypt in the next round, and that's not a
win again.
Listen, it's a winnable. It's a more winnable
Yes.
game than necessarily Brazil or Spain or
absolutely.
Argentina or France or Germany or the round of 16 is not going to be easy to get out of. It really is not. So to necessarily get Egypt compared to, again, Spain, France, Argentina, Colombia, Portugal, England, Norway, Japan, who's playing great, Netherlands,
Morocco.
Morocco got beat today, right? Or the other day? Yeah, Morocco got beat by, or no, they drew with Haiti. Yes.
And they're matched up with Netherlands at the top of that knockout stage bracket.
And
then you look at even the bracket above the United States. You have Germany and then France and the other bracket.
All right. Well, we definitely covered the U.S. So let's take a little break here, and when we get back, we'll get into the rest of the World Cup. We'll talk about France, who was on the pitch today, Spain, who is out there as well, and then tomorrow, Saturday, is the last day of group play. So when we get back from this break, we'll break down the rest of group play from the World Cup and our summer of soccer coverage right here on WBRE, WYOU 2822 Sports Night. I mean, they do have a favorable draw.
They very much do, yes.
I'm looking at this here. I mean, okay, and as we look at what the matchup would be, you've mentioned them a couple of times. You've brought it up a couple of times and discussed, I don't want to say your fear of them, but the fact that they could be a team that knocks the United States out. That other matchup likely would be Senegal versus Egypt.
Really?
Yeah.
Oof. Senegal versus Egypt.
Oof. Yeah, I hear it in your voice.
Senegal's
they put a 5 spot up today.
I was gonna say they have been really, really good, and they are
based on,
no
okay.
joke.
So the group of teams that could possibly be that matchup versus Egypt, the grouping that they come out of, A, E, H, I, J, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. Wait, if I sing the alphabet song, does that get us in trouble?
I'm not sure if the alphabet song is a trademark.
Is that public domain? Well, you know there's a new alphabet song, right?
There is.
How'd you learn the alphabet song?
A, B, C.
No, okay. L, M, N, O, P?
Yeah.
No. Now they do LMNOP. Like they break it up. It's not
Oh,
LMNOP anymore.
yeah.
No,
Yeah, no,
not yeah. No, I'm sorry.
well,
Like,
I'm just that's how I learned. I didn't know that they split it up.
yeah, now it's all split up. I don't know. So, but yes, from that group, Korea, Ecuador, Cape Verde, Senegal, Algeria.
Cape
It's
Verde.
very likely Senegal is the one that gets the bid. So Senegal versus Egypt is that matchup. The winner of that would play the winner of USA, Bosnia, and Herzegovina. So I mean that's a favorable bracket. Where you look at some of the other matchups, your round of 16, you're gonna have Germany versus France
Well,
likely.
that's what I was saying. Right in the bracket above them, it's
Yeah,
two of the powerhouse teams that we were talking about. Two of those top, 6 to 8 teams that you're looking at. You're like,
they're playing in the round of 16.
exactly. And again,
That's a
sometimes
tough matchup. That's tough.
sometimes it's all about how the bracket breaks, and the bracket for the U.S. they had a favorable, opening
Canada,
bracket.
yeah. I mean, and again, even Canada, they lost to Sweden, and Canada now. The advantage is Canada won their group and advanced as the winners of their group. They would have stayed in Vancouver for 2 games. They would have played in Vancouver for 2 games. They would have played on Canadian soil for 2 games, but instead they're headed to LA. They're playing at Los Angeles Stadium.
LA Stadium.
LA
Nice.
Stadium, yes, home of LA. They're playing at LA Stadium, but I mean they got a matchup against South Africa. That's a favorable matchup for not winning your group to get South Africa. That's not a bad matchup for Canada. That's something that I think they could advance, and they would be seeing the winner of Netherlands versus Morocco. Now that's a tough
I was
matchup for
gonna say
them.
yeah.
That's a tough matchup. And either Netherlands versus Morocco in the round of 32. That's a tough matchup.
'Cause, yeah, those are like two.
One of those two
top
teams
15
won't make it to the
teams.
round of 16.
And sometimes it's all about how the bracket breaks.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough
It's-
matchup where you got Germany versus France. Germany will play France. Germany likely will play France on the 4th of July at 5 p.m. USA versus Bosnia Herzegovina, likely against the winner of Senegal versus Egypt. We do, again, round of 32 matchup. Brazil versus, you knew what I was about to say. You knew what I was just about to say. Brazil versus Japan. And the winner of that likely to see the Vikings out of Norway, who have to get past Cote d'Ivoire, who's
Well, I think just their winner had a draw yesterday against Curacao.
Argentina is already placed, but we don't know who they're going to be playing. Mexico as well, already placed, but we don't know who they're going to be playing. All that's going to be decided tomorrow as there's 6 more games. 2 games already happening, 4 going on Friday evening. The final 6 games of group play going on tomorrow, and we'll have the rest of the bracket filled out. But, yeah, I mean, it's going to be an very, very interesting situation.
It is. I mean, yeah, we saw France earlier today winning 4-1. Senegal, as you mentioned today, winning 5-0. Cabo Verde and Saudi Arabia playing now along with Uruguay.
And
You're
France looking really good.
Yeah, they beat. Yeah, Norway's they're not slouches.
Now, Holland didn't play. But that being said, the French offense and, people other than Mbappe getting involved and having hat tricks, yeah, that French offense is going to be dangerous and really, really hard to beat.
Yeah, it's again scary sight. It is scary sight, especially when as you mentioned, Mbappe. They've got more weapons than just Mbappe, and Mbappe is already pretty top-notch weapon.
I mean, I cannot believe you might have France and Germany in the round of 16. And some of these round of 32 matchups are there's no advantage to them at all.
No, there's not. So it's gonna be an interesting couple of days here as we sort of get a better view of what the next two rounds are gonna look like with the rest of the matches tonight, and then of course the matches being played over the weekend as well.
Yeah, yeah. There's what Spain is playing tonight. I know that's a big matchup they have versus Uruguay. I know Arabia is playing Cabo Verde later tonight. But again, likely it's Senegal who gets through, even with goal differential. I mean, Senegal put up a 5 spot tonight. Um, New Zealand's playing later tonight. Belgium's playing later tonight. I always thought Belgium and Netherlands were the same country. No, that's Holland, right?
Yeah,
Holland and Netherlands are the same country.
I believe so. I think Holland's a part of that.
I was a history major too.
Yeah.
Isn't that terrible?
Okay.
I mean, I should know where things are. What were you? What'd you go to school for?
I went to school for journalism journalism the whole time, and then I had a certificate in sports media.
You know what Gavin McKenna went to school for?
Well, I don't know what he went to school for, but my
Hockey. He went to
Hockey,
school to
yeah.
play hockey. When we get back, we're going to break down Gavin McKenna as he was selected first overall this evening in the NHL entry-level draft just a little while ago by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Don't go anywhere. We're hitting halftime here on WBRE, WYOU 2822 SportsNight, exclusively on the CTV app. It's draft night.
yes,
It's been
it
draft
is.
night all week. It's All-Star week. It's draft week. What are we going to cover next week?
I'm wondering.
I'm a little nervous.
Wondering the same thing.
You got to start making some calls, hitting the books.
Yeah. See what's going on. Go get some little league. Also, or little
Nah,
league.
yeah, I know. I do. Okay. All right. Let's talk about this for a second. I love Little League, and I would love to cover Little League, but it's so hard because I don't want to, you don't want to play favorites. And this area is so big. You go to Little League here in Wilkes-Barre, and Scranton's upset with you. Hazleton's upset with you. You go to Hazleton, and then, North Pocono's upset with you. So it's like, I want to cover all of the Little Leagues, but there's just not enough time to do so, or people.
Yes, especially because the amount of little leagues is obviously bigger than the
Yeah, I
high
mean, for
school.
like every
Yeah.
7 Little Leagues, there's one high school, and there's
Exactly.
like, what, 70 high schools that we cover in the area?
I don't have an exact number, but that seems about right.
I want you to have an exact number.
I
I
wish
want
I
you to
did
spend the
know.
rest of the show figuring that out. So, no. Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. And, once school gets going, obviously this isn't a bad problem to have over the
Nope.
next 6 weeks. But, let us know what you got going on. Hit us in the comments on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. No, for real. If you got something going on, Little League opening day, or, anything that you think that we should be at, let's be there. We're the voice of the people. Let's be there for the people. Absolutely. At what am I? At Zach Grady MMJ.
Yes. on Instagram.
And Z Grady at 22news.com. R Turner at 22news.com. Let us know what's going on in the NEPA. If we had phones, let's take a
Yeah.
caller. Hit us up on the call us on the hotline. Hit us on the hotline, Bling.
We're open to suggestions, especially this time of year.
You weren't feeling the Drake, huh?
Oh, hotline, but yeah,
It's
hotline blank.
You guys just don't get my sense
No,
of humor.
I got that one. I didn't.
You
get
just
fast
didn't think it
enough.
was funny.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to laugh at my jokes. You're not gonna get in trouble if you don't.
Yeah, then I just feel mean.
It's okay. Most people don't laugh at my jokes anyway. That's why I'm still on Hinge. Speaking of someone who is not on Hinge and not on the draft board, That'd be Gavin McKenna.
Yes.
Yes. The Penn State forward going first overall to the Toronto Maple Leafs. So the gear doesn't change. The colors stay the same.
No, blue and white.
Yeah, the colors say it's a little lighter
Yeah,
shade of blue. It's a lighter shade of blue. Who's calling you?
Oh, it's just an alarm.
It's all right. Pick up the hotline bling. Someone's hitting Ricky up on the hotline bling right now.
Yeah.
Gavin McKenna, yes, going first overall, and headed to Toronto as he was selected by the Maple Leafs in tonight's NHL entry draft. Philadelphia with pick 21, Pittsburgh with pick 22. Be interesting to see what Pittsburgh does with their pick there and how that plays out for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins here. But not much of a surprise, Ricky, in regards to McKenna being the first overall pick.
No. Clearly.
No, just leave it at that. Just no.
Widely
No,
regarded.
no, just leave it there.
That's it?
Just it. You said no. No. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was just, again, he's clearly been the number one player for a while, even when he got to Penn State. I think, what he had, 15 goals, 51 points in the 35 games.
Tied for fourth in the nation with the 51 points, yeah.
Yeah, he's just, and again, I think one of the comparisons one of the things people have gotten around him, something that's been said about him is that he's played with he's basically playing against men most of the time. You know, outside of Penn State, he's been playing.
Yeah, I mean he played in what was it, the WHL?
Yeah, the WHL, the Ontario Hockey League, and Quebec Maritimes Junior Hockey League.
Yeah, he's from Canada. He's originally from Yukon.
I think he moved away from his house when he was like 12
to play hockey.
Yeah, just to play hockey.
I mean that's what they do in Canada.
And he's gonna be. And again, Toronto should be excited for this player. He's gonna be one heck of a talent.
And this is some dominoes are gonna fall now. Austin Matthews is gone. This is the rebuild for Toronto. And I think at this point, the rebuild doesn't include Austin Matthews. So where's he going? You know, and is he moving tonight? Or how long until he's moved? And where does he go? And how does what other dominoes fall from there? I mean, because the Rangers made a move, and that was a place I thought maybe Austin Matthews could go to. But they already made a move, and I don't see them making another one. And they're in a long-term rebuild, so I don't see him necessarily going there. He's a type of player that maybe Colorado, and especially after Colorado had such a disappointment in the playoffs this season, losing to Vegas the way that they did. But, I mean, I don't see Philly or Pittsburgh making a move for him, though.
Yeah, no, those two teams are, I think, happy with the veteran and youth talent that they have right now. Particularly, again, Philly has an abundance of youth talent, and again, a player like Austin Matthews would give them that bona fide star. But again, he's also 10 years into his career. I think this was the first time since going to Toronto that they missed the playoffs. So it's going to really be interesting to see where the dominoes go. And he's already under a very lucrative deal
with the no trade clause.
With a no trade clause. So and this is why I hate no trade clause. You only give them to certain players because now.
But wouldn't you have said that Austin Matthews was one of those players that you would have given him to?
He was, and again, that's where you could argue the organizations failed themselves by not fulfilling the prophecy, basically, of putting the talent around Austin Matthews. So it's gonna be interesting. But now again, the problem now with that is he sort of has the leverage as well because he basically has to agree to where they trade him, and that those sometimes don't always go the best for the team because they get lowballed.
I mean, he's come out and said that he's very excited about the Maple Leafs' future and the draft, but if you're the Maple Leafs, you don't, especially if you're starting over with the Gavin McKenna era, I don't think you want that to be tainted by what's going on and what's happened with Toronto and Austin Matthews. And to this extent, none of this is Austin Matthews' fault, other than he hasn't won a Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that is Austin Matthews' fault, is that he hasn't won the Stanley Cup. That's it.
Yeah, that's really the only thing he can control. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I know McKenna did come out and say that he does look for, it would mean the world to play with a player of Austin Matthews' caliber. He's a special player, but yeah, in the end, it's a business, it's an organization, and I don't think they want to rush Patrick McKenna along just to keep Austin Matthews happy. I think this is going to be
Gavin McKenna.
yeah, Gavin McKenna happy and to rush him along. But again, we'll ultimately again see what happens. But it's a new era in Toronto. It certainly feels like it, and this was certainly solidified that with the pick of Gavin McKenna at number 1, and now for them, it's where do you go from here with Austin Matthews, a guy that's been so beloved by the franchise, got to the playoffs every year, basically but one for the first since drafting him. It's unfortunate, but that's unfortunate where the franchise is at the moment.
I mean, but what do you think that Gavin McKenna does in his rookie year, and how do you think that he influences that team through? I mean, I don't think he's a leader in the locker room, obviously, but how do you think his play influences that team, infusing the Penn State star into that particular situation that is Toronto right now?
I think he, again, with all number 1 picks, and especially a pick like him, we've heard about him since he got to Penn State. Really, he really inserts that youth and vibrance into the organization. Of we've got a shiny new toy, we've got a new number 1 overall pick. But again, you saw it. He's a points getter. He was 4th in the NCAA in points. He's got unique experience, I think, playing at the various levels in Canada. So he's got some of that experience. He doesn't just have college experience, which again is good, especially when you're playing at a Big Ten school, but he's got legit experience playing at arguably, one of the second or third best semi-pro hockey league in Canada. So I think he doesn't really just need to spend much time in the AHL or in
He won't be in the AHL.
I was going to say he's probably not going to be in the AHL. He's going to be inserted right in the lineup. But yeah, I mean, he gives you he's an instant impact player is what he really is.
Okay, so speaking of the AHL and tonight's draft, how do you think that impacts Wilkes-Barre Scranton here? Where do you think the Penguins go at 22, and how do you think that plays here? Because, I mean, the big thing for the Penguins, I necessarily believe, and we've talked about this a lot, is going to be goaltending. And, I mean, if you need to, get a goaltender in the first round, they're not necessarily going to make an instant impact on the NHL scene. They likely will spend some time. I mean, I think most recently you can use Spencer Knight as an example of a goaltender with a lot of hype, drafted in the first round, who took some time to develop. Unlike Gavin McKenna, who can come in and I think make an instant impact in the league. Goaltenders usually need to go through it. So likely you're going to see, Sergei Miroshov head to the big club for next year, even if a goalie is taken, which would answer the goalie question for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. But I mean, all accounts are necessarily, maybe a top 6 forward, or targeting a premium defenseman. And there would be a few of them out there, but, where do you think that the Penguins should go, and how do you think that that's going to affect here in Wilkes-Barre?
I think personally, I'd have to say defense, because I think they've found some pieces offensively, not only down here, but up at the big Penguins. They've got some young guys that do.
What are 2 different types of penguins? Like king penguins? There's emperor penguins.
There's the emperor penguin.
Okay, I'll look up penguins.
Okay.
You finish your point. You finish your point.
Yeah, looking at the I think they have some legit guys, young players offensively. I think they need a defenseman. They need either a defense. I think they need a defenseman that could put the puck in the net. I think that's an area they really struggled in, especially this past year. They need a guy who can be an enforcer on the back end, and I think they could find a number of a number of players in this draft. I know they've been connected to Ryan Lynn and Ilya Morozov, if either of them fall to that point. But I think the Penguins right now, they have some pieces offensively with some younger players. Defensively, I think is where they need to attack, because I think Miroshov is going to make his way up to the big club, and he'll probably be sign another veteran goalie or keep what you have up there and insert Miroshov into the mix.
Okay, to that extent, with the veteran goalie, do you think the Penguins have enough necessarily? And as rumors are out there of Carolina trying to make a move for him, do you think the Penguins could be in the Hellenbuck market?
It certainly wouldn't hurt, because again, I know this the organization right now is trying to do two different things. They're trying to maximize Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, Chris Letang's window, while also getting pieces for the future. And I think they've done that solidly to an extent. It's extremely hard to do. But I don't think they're going to make that type of splash move, because I think they're happy with the youth that they've accumulated right now. And I think they're going to let that play out, because you don't want to drain the pipeline. And then when Crosby and all these veteran players leave, you're basically left with scraps.
Word is the Hurricanes offered a first-round pick and 24-year-old defenseman Alexander Nishishkin. So, I mean, I don't know what it would take to get Hellenbuck, because, I mean, he's got a big number, or what the Pens' cap situation looks like, but it certainly sounds like the Jets are listening to offers. Obviously, Philly isn't going to make a move for a goalie. So we have to make a move to take a break, though. So when we get back, we'll continue with the NHL draft here, and we'll head over to the other side of PA and see what's going on and how all of this impacts the Flyers, as we're hitting all areas of PA, actually. We're going from State College in central Pennsylvania out to Pittsburgh in western Pennsylvania to Wilkes-Barre, Scranton here in northeastern Pennsylvania. And when we get back, we'll talk a little Flyers in Philly, Pennsylvania area. So don't tell us we're not local. We're everywhere, baby. Right here on the CTV app, exclusively on Amazon, Apple, and Roku. It's WBRE, WYOU 2822 Sports Night. King penguins are native to the frozen and cold islands of the southern Atlantic Ocean, particularly in the Falkland Islands. I said Falkland Islands.
Yeah.
Those penguins are stunningly beautiful, but their fuzzy brown chicks may just be the ugly duckling of all penguins. These majestic birds are the second largest of penguin species. So you were right on. There are king penguins.
Yeah.
Do you know what the largest of the penguin species are?
I'd say emperor.
You are correct.
I was gonna say.
Ricky, 2 for 2, known as penguins. So just so everyone knows, there are 28 type of penguins. And starting on Monday, we're going to bring you our top 20 penguins. We're not doing all 20 on Monday, but starting on Monday, make sure you tune in. We're going to go top 25. We're going top 25 penguins. 3 will be OLI. But starting Monday, we're going to bring you 5 a day, our top 25 penguins exclusively here on WBRE, WYOU 2822 Sports Night. Y'all think I'm joking, but I'm not kidding you. Penguins are awesome.
Interesting. Yeah, very interesting species.
They're wearing a tux. Literally.
Yeah,
we call them tux. I didn't even do that purposely, but yeah, well, they call them tux.
Yep, they do.
All right.
Okay. Scranton Penguins games, you'll see him there.
Where was he the other night? Someone said they saw him the other night. Oh, at the concert, the Freedom 250 concert. Tux was jamming out to Lady A, doing his thing. There are African penguins, North Rockhopper penguins, king penguins, Adele penguins. There are macaroni penguins. That's probably going to be number one. I'm just letting you know.
Macaroni.
Macaroni penguin. Almost 24 million penguins in 260 colonies spanning South America, Australia, Antarctica, and All right, we can't spoil it. Starting Monday, top 25 penguins. Sales, get us a sponsor. Top 25 penguins exclusively on WBRE, WYOU 2822 Sports Night. All right, where's Philly go? What do you think they're taking? Because, I mean, we were talking about defensemen for the Penguins, and there was a run on defensemen. Picks 4, 5, 6, 7, all defensemen. Pick 9 defensemen, and just most recently picked 13 defensemen. So 6 defensemen already off the board through the top 14 picks.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting. Interesting one. Flyers do need a center. Definitely.
Flyers don't need a goalie. That's for sure.
Need a goalie. But I think center would be a real big need for them. Because again, they also not that he's a center, but they traded Garnet Hathaway. He was sort of that physical, scrappy guy who got into a lot of fights, got under the opponent's skin. He was really hated throughout that Pittsburgh Penguins season by their fans. But yeah, I think they still need that elite, franchise-changing center. I think that would really push them in the right direction, and they'd really benefit from doing that.
Well, I mean, he's not franchise changing. I don't know necessarily at pick 22, but he definitely has ties to the franchise. What do you think about Jack Hextall out of Michigan State center at pick 22?
That's a guy that they've really been linked to.
Well, I mean, you would imagine seeing his,
Last name.
cousin. Well, it's his cousin. It's either his uncle or his cousin. I can't remember. Yeah, his cousin. Jack Hextall and Ron Hextall are cousins, and Ron Hextall, obviously, the former, goaltender, great for the Philadelphia Flyers for about 13 seasons.
That would certainly benefit. I think they would really need a center. Hextall has family ties, and if some teams that's a priority for them because they also get like that type of connection allows you. Not inside information, but allows you sort of, hey, Jack, tell us a little bit about your cousin. And, what's he like? Does he fit? Does he fit what we're looking for?
You mean the whole draft day? Did people come to his birthday party?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a question they'd be asking, but on the ice,
did you like
training?
Did you like that movie?
I think I don't hate it as much as other people do. Now, are some of the deals realistic? No, some of them, especially the one for the.
Which one is the most unrealistic of the deals? The 3 first-rounders to begin with for the first overall pick, or then trading away. What did he trade away? 3 second-rounders for the 6th overall pick. Which one is the more unreal? And then he traded the 6th overall pick for the 7th overall pick. All of his picks back and a punt returner.
I think
the last one, right?
Yeah, the last one, because why would you give someone back all their picks?
Why
would you give someone back all their picks
for pick 7 instead
of going
pick,
up 1 pick? Unless the QB
when those 3 picks got you the first pick, and you decided to take a linebacker out of Ohio State.
The moves in that are certainly some of the more unrealistic that you'll see. But again, I don't mind the movie, but great story. Great storyline. But yeah, the deals in that were they were something.
Got to keep it under the cap, though. That was the key.
I get that, but
what was his? It was Vontae, right?
Vontae Mack.
Vontae Mack. Yes, that's right. Vontae Mack. Oh, and actually, that movie doesn't age well. I forgot who. Never mind. Yeah, there's a certain agent in that. The agent for the quarterback. let's not say his name, but yeah, that movie doesn't age quite as well. So we're aging here on a Friday night. It's 8:51. We got to get one more break in. We'll be right back to kick it off the weekend and send you into your Friday right here at WBRE WYOU 2822 Sports Night. Best team in baseball? Can we call them the best team in baseball?
Oh,
Well, I guess not because they're still in second place. Crosscutters. They're
Cross-
red hot.
they are.
I mean,
They're really red hot.
they're winners of 12 of the last 14, and by all accounts, likely going to make it 13 out of 15. Local prospect Brett Antelick was on the mound to start tonight as well. He went 4 innings, 8 Ks, only allowed 2 hits, 1 earned run, lowered his ERA to 1.64. I mean, if the Trenton Thunder weren't a little bit hotter than they were, they would be maybe the best team in baseball. But Trenton, 2 games still ahead of them. I mean, that's crazy.
It is. That's a testament to how well. That's a testament to how well they're playing. But yeah, Brett Antelick, another really, really good outing. As you mentioned, he's really been a stud for them on the mound.
Yeah, 3 good outings. He came into the game with a 1.92 ERA, lowered it here to 1.64. As you see him in his last outing here. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else you can say about this team. They're getting hitting. They're getting timely pitching. They're playing good defense. The bullpen is holding on to leads. It's good, solid. How does the MLB draft playoff system work? Do they just top 2 teams? Am I putting you on the spot? I'm sorry.
Joe Garrison might be a little bit more.
Okay. I'll text
Yes.
Joe after this then. That all being said, also tonight at the Williams Sport Crosscutters game, Tom Sillo night, as they were giving away some Tom Sillo bobbleheads. We all know Tom Sillo as the college football sensation and 58-year-old fullback, I believe, right?
Defensive lineman.
Defensive lineman.
Yes.
Okay.
It wasn't playing. It wasn't out there playing corner.
I didn't say cornerback. I said
know.
fullback.
I know. He's on the line. He's with
Okay.
the big people.
58-year-old defensive lineman for Lycoming College. It was bobblehead night for him as he was honored. Is it an honor? Is a bobblehead an honor?
Yeah.
Would you want a bobblehead of yourself?
Yeah, especially if it's for something like look at him. He's
hustling.
He said it was a goal of his. It was a dream, and hey, he accomplished it. Shout out to him.
Does he have eligibility left?
I don't know how that worked.
What do you mean? I mean,
I think if he only played this, if this was his only year at college football, which based off of everything I've seen,
is he still in college?
I don't know if he's going to be playing this upcoming season.
Okay, I want to know now. I hope Joe Garrison got a chance to ask him that.
He accomplished his goal, and
we'll hear from him tonight at 11.
We will.
Yeah. So, and actually, we're wrapping up here. We're wrapping up the week as well here on WBRE WYOU. Ricky, what you looking forward to the most this weekend?
This weekend, what do we got? Probably, I want to see how the World Cup bracket ends up shaping out. I want to see some of those round of 32 matchups and see what to look forward to.
Tomorrow's group play.
Week. Yeah, tomorrow's group play, things of that nature.
Absolutely. It should be. I mean, that's pretty much, I think, what's been dominating the screens at this point in time. We also got NBA free agency coming up very shortly.
Starts Monday?
I believe.
Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you got the moratorium, and then you have official free agency. Yeah. So it's not like people aren't having those conversations right now as we speak, though. So you have that coming up as well. obviously golf this weekend on WYOU. So make sure you tune in, whether it's Saturday or Sunday.
NASCAR, Sonoma.
Sonoma, yeah,
Sonoma.
absolutely. Yeah, we got Sonoma this week, so back-to-back road courses. But yeah, I would say I think people are probably looking forward to seeing how the rest of the bracket shapes out. And then should we get an office bracket going?
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Let's get an office bracket going. All right, that's what I'm looking forward to most this weekend. That is what I'm looking forward to most this weekend, and I'm looking forward to you guys joining us here again on Monday on 8 p.m. for Sports Night on the CTV app, on Amazon, Apple, and Roku. For Ricky Turner, this 2822 Sports Night executive producer, and myself, 2822 sports director, we thank you and enjoy your weekend.